Hi guys, good morning on November 2nd already. My gosh, we're heading into Thanksgiving weekend here in the United States. I looked at turkeys yesterday for my sister. She wanted to know if they had them in and how much were they. They were 98 cents a pound for Jenny O's at Walmart. So then when I took a picture and sent it to her, she goes, I don't have freezer room. I said, why would you want to store it for 3 weeks anyway? So happy November. I was moving my stash around, not my stash, my journals that are completed. This was a little thing that I saw someone do on YouTube one day, and I suppose it's been 6 months since I did this. She just tore pages and glued them, and it was one of these, and I thought, how freaking cute is that? It's just one of these things. You just flippity floppy it and you turn it over, and it's just literally, I did some sewing, but I'm not going to do that on camera. I thought I'm going to do a Christmas one. This is the front. That looks like my grandson. He's a towhead. But how cute is this? It's just, and I started stuffing it, and then I quit and went on to something else. You know how we do. I need to finish it. What I need to do is sell some journals. Oh, Lord, have mercy. So, how cute. So this is what I think I'm going to sit here and I'm contemplating starting something like this, but big, because look at this book I got. I found this at my secondhand store where I thrift my books, and I've told before they have them 10 for $3 or 35 cents a piece. Can you believe this? Christmas on the Farm, the Farmer's Wife. I don't see an original price. I've obviously torn something out, but it's an absolutely beautiful book, and it's full of stories and recipes. I don't even really know if I want to tear it up, but I'll never use it. I mean, I'm not going to open it up and cook. Table talk. So while I was sitting here flipping through, look at it, it's never been even used. Well, this is the index. Look at this back. I think I'm going to make a full-size one. Originally, I thought I'll just glue stuff on book pages. But look at this back page. The Farmer's Wife, magazine for farm women, December 1921. And look at the reverse side. How sweet is that baby in that sled? All bundled up. Burr. So I think I'm just going to have this be the cover. So then this would be page 2. Is that what I want to do? Or do I want to literally... But if I use this for the cover, I lose this. And the next page, I'm clearing the back. The Christmas Wish by Myrtle Johnson Tachel, December 1927. And it's a story, two-sided. So I'm thinking, that's what I'm going to do, is join these and make a big floppy one. Let's see, how did I do that? So that would go on there, right? No. How did I do that? Now I can't remember. I think I just haphazardly glued, but I don't want to lose these stories and images. So that could go like that. But then, okay, like that, right? Yeah, that's how it's going to have to go. Okay, so I'm going to start going through this book and find some things. Why do we start at the back? I'm going to go to the front. I think the front is Amy's Caramels. Oh, at Christmas, make good cheer. Look at her pulling her stuff out of her oven. Oh, that is so cute. I think I'll use my knife. Cut this. So I want images like this. What's going on here? Oh, I cut two. Oh, see, look. Oh my gosh. Christmas wasn't so lonesome after all. Maybe I can cut it and tear that way. There we go. Look at that, a little comic book. So Christmas wasn't so lonesome after all, says Kate Smith. Cute. Desserts. Look at her table spread. I have a feeling I'm not going to be at a loss for images in this. Pineapple puddings. Oh, this is... I can't even tell you how long I've had this book. I'm going to go ahead and cut them. Quite a while. See, I am cutting through two at a time. That's a cute image. See, these would be cute pockets. Right along that. This would be a good book to go on Thrift Books and see if you can find it. Christmas on the Farm, The Farmer's Wife. Creamed spinach, no thanks. Glazed carrots, I love glazed carrots. Look at that, coming in from out of the cold. Mayonnaise dressing. I read where you can make homemade mayonnaise with eggs. It's so much easier to just buy a jar. There you go. This is sweet. Little boys on a sled, a bobsled. The metal runners. A few years ago, it's probably been 10 years. The golf course, it's in my county, it's not in my town, has a great big huge hill, and everybody goes there in the winter in sleds. And we got the brilliant idea to take kids. And who did I have? Gosh, my son must have been in junior high or high school. I can't even remember. My niece, yeah, it would have been her kids. Oh, it's been over 10 years. We went down together on a sled, and we ended up going backwards halfway down. It was terrifying. It was the funniest thing. We were laughing so hard we almost peed. Oh my gosh. Holiday soup. I feel like that's kind of fun. Pumpkin squash or squash. I'll take that. There's the family at the table. Inexpensive recipes for Yuletide dishes. This cover would be cute with an image under it. I'll do that too. Maybe that'll be my cover. Maybe I'll just make a journal. Sleeping in the bed. What is Christmas? That's cute. Okay. I think I'm just going to turn this into a journal, actually. So first I'm going to get my images. Oh, look at there. Farm journal. Where'd my knife go? My blade. I just found this yesterday. I was digging through stuff and moving it and trying to get some room on my shelves, organize, get some of my sewing patterns. I used to do primitive patterns. Get those put away. I don't do that anymore. Ugh. And I found it. I'm like, oh, there you are, my lovely friend. That's kind of a cute pocket. Let's see. Making festive gifts. Okay, let's see. This book is really cute. I can't believe presents for mother. That would be a cute tag. Come on. I don't have anything to do today. No place to go. Nothing to do. Well, that's not true. I have to take my granddaughter to dance. Gymnastics or whatever you call it. Tumbling. At 5:30, I have to pick her up and take her for my daughter-in-law. And while she's there, I'm going to run to the Dollar Tree and see what's up. Look at that cute little picture. I cut that out. You know what I need? I need something to stick under here. There. That worked. How to build a dolly a house. That's cute. Christmas comes in a wooden shoe. Handicraft, a knitted sweater. Let's see, I'd need 2 pages. I could make a little book out of this. Oh my gosh, this is all kinds of handmade gifts. Oh, look, a little pattern for an apron. Remember when they used to put little aprons on? Here's the back. This is cute. Ooh, never cut that straight before. Up in Polly's room. All right, I think that's enough for a good start. Boy, it's just full of images, though. Oh, look at the Santa. That's beautiful. That's the problem, though, isn't it? Which side do you use? Okay. They are dancing. Oh, my God. My husband had these Victrolas with the horns. We had 4 of these. He was, when I married him, is my second husband. When I married him, he had so many antiques. And here's a little thing about my life. When I met him, we got along really, really, really good. He spoiled me crazy. In fact, to this day, he sends me stuff, checks on me. But he had so many antiques. He had inherited his mother's. He was an only child. And he was 72 when I met him. I'm 68 now. There was 10 years difference-ish. And it took him a full-size U-Haul, big U-Haul, plus car trailers that you call car haulers. Look at that sweet boy. And I said, we need to have an auction. We had a great big, huge, beautiful, original, like we were the 3rd owners of the house that we bought together. And I had antiques. I still have antiques, but I had a lot of antiques, big furniture pieces like wardrobes and things. And by the time we got his stuff in there, there was no room for my stuff. We had he had an oak ice box, not a small one. He had the big one. We had an antique stove, like in that picture that I was just showing you. He had a very, very good one. He had a Hoosier. We had a possum belly cabinet that I used for an island. It just goes on and on and on and on. We had the most beautiful vintage typewriter. He inherited French perfume bottle toppers that his mother collected. And there were shoe boxes full of those. But anyway, I don't know where that story was going. Something to do with one of these pictures. This. He had 4 of those. It was a nightmare. There was just stuff everywhere to dust. Okay. So let's see. How am I going to do this? What was that first image that I loved? The Farmer's Wife. Wouldn't that be a cute cover? I might need to just... I don't have a book handy. Let's see. Maybe I'll just do a book. Should I just do a book? See how things change in our world? What if I, listen to this all come crashing down, just do a cereal box? Well, that changed fast. Someday I'm going to do something with all of these. Do you know how many of these I've gotten? Yeah, as many as you. All these, this is a car one. My son just bought a new car. All these election campaign things. I have a whole stack I've been saving, thinking I'm going to do a thing with those because it's junk mail and everybody's getting it right now. We're getting too much of it, aren't we? From all directions. I've already made up my mind, and it's the same one I had 4 years ago. So, okay, I think that's what I'm going to do. Is this. I'm not going to do one of those flippy floppies. I don't want to, but then I'm losing this. You know what? I'm going to cover this. And, boy, this is by the seat of my pants, pulling it out. I'm going to cover this. I just happen to have this handy. That's too big, though. And then I'll make a, this will just be somewhere inside. And it can be hinged. That's what we'll do. Do I want to tear it? No. Oopsie. I don't trust my scissors, but I trust my cutter less. And I watch all these gals cut with their guillotines and they go, oh, that's crooked. So they're no better, are they? I don't have one of those. That's on my, it's actually in my Amazon cart, and then I put it to save for later because I'm not so sure I want one. I mean, I kind of do. And then they have the self-sharpening ones. Some of those are way up in the hundreds. But I think if you're going to get one, you might want to get a good one. Isn't he sweet? Okay, what am I going to do? That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to glue this on. I'm just going to get started. And we'll just adjust. Well, first, I don't want this big of a cover. So, let's see. What am I going to do? 6 by 9? What's this measure? So 6 by 9 would be good. And this, none of this is, I'll go from this edge. None of it's straight. I don't think I have a pen out here. So I'm going to put a little cut. Oh, Exacto, how I've missed you. Nine. I do not craft by any rules. That I will tell you. Supposed to be 50s this week. And I have so much to do outside. I haven't, well, it's too early to do leaves because they're just everywhere. My neighbor has done them twice already. And he's still got them coming down. I'm just like, I see what you're doing. And my neighbor beside me, the other direction, leaves for the winter and doesn't do hers at all. So I've got all those that are still going to blow in to deal with. So I'm just going to sit here and watch him for a while. I saw a guy on a reel that put his leaves in a garbage can and put his weed eater in there and ran it. It took him about not very long, and it just chopped them all up down in the can. How funny is that? And then there you got your compost that's not, instead of big old leaves that blow away, it's just like a, you know, there's my 6x9. Okay, I think I'll just cover it with cranberry pudding. How's that? Just cover it with a book page. I think I'll use Fabri-Tac. I have rotting pumpkins outside. The jack-o'-lanterns are completely obliviated down to the ground. They're going to need a scoop shovel and the wheelbarrow. I'm going to take them out behind my house. There's a cornfield. It doesn't belong to me, but it's there nonetheless. And that's where they're going, to the cornfield. There's that. And then I have about a million too many more molasses cookies. I kind of want to keep that. I don't want to get rid of that one. I have 3 bicycles to get rid of. They're little girls. My granddaughters are growing up. I bought them on swap. First I had one. I think I paid $25 for it. This has been over the last 3 or 4 years. Bought one for one of them and bought another one. $25, I suppose. I paid for them. And then my friend gave me one. She drove it, brought it out. So I have 3 little girls' bikes out here. And only one of the 3 granddaughters are little enough to enjoy this size bike now. So here I am. With bikes I need to get rid of. And there's a place where you can take them and lean them. It's not in my town. Everything's never in my town. And you can, people will just, if they need one, they'll take it. People leave things there, and it belongs to the city, but it's kind of nice. Because I don't like to mess with swap. Every time I've put something on Marketplace or on swap, I don't use the big Marketplace because I find something I want and I find out it's in a whole nother state, and I'm like, why do you do that? I'm not driving to Vermont. But anyway, They always want you to deliver, and it's like a $5 item. Like, look, I only want $5 for this thing. I just want it gone. No, I don't deliver. It's so aggravating. So I've just taken to donating everything. I donate to this local place that serves special needs. It's a group homes. And that's where I took 4 loads from my SUV not too long ago, this summer. That's where I like to shop too. I like to know that my things are having another life for someone else and doing some good for... I'm just going to make the cover today and then do some planning with this. How cute is that? I might sew some lace on this yet. Punch my corners if I can. I am so angry. I bought a set of 3 hole punches and the middle one didn't work. It broke the first time the first time I used it. I think I'm going to go back on Amazon and leave a thing. Leave a negative comment. A kind one, but negative nonetheless. All right. There's my front. I don't know how I'm going to hinge it yet. I might do that one method this gal on Instagram did. I've tagged it. I've screenshotted it. I've commented so I can find it again. She does her stitch, her 3-roll pamphlet, and then she runs a piece of fabric underneath. Oh my God, it is so cute. That would be fun to do. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hinge this with maybe some lace. I think I'll put some lace behind this. See, I'm completely not prepared. Start with a piece of paper doily. And where's my lace? I have so much lace. Maple nut loaf. I am going to go back to that secondhand store this weekend, though, and buy that suitcase full of lace. She better be open. I'll be so sad. And it better be there or I'll be so mad. I think what I'll do is put my favorite one right here. What a mess. You wouldn't believe I'm working on a 6-foot table, would you? Those white ones that you pop open for picnics, that's what I bought to craft on. And then I have vintage, I have 3 vintage medicine cabinets in front of me. 2 in front and 1 on an end. With the shelves, I took the doors off. Let's find our things that we love. That's pretty. This came off a box of chocolates last year. But I can't get rid of that. How pretty is that little bow? Let's see. This is cute. You know what would be pretty is this one. Oh, my cat is crying. Too bad. So sad. This is just from Hobby Lobby. This really doesn't lend to this level. That's too fancy. We're talking Depression era, 1927. That's end of World War I. We wouldn't be into beautiful wedding dresses yet. Let's see. Okay, so if this is going to hinge, I'm going to think this through. Actually, the first thing I'm going to do is, that's too fancy too. I'm eliminating. This is a must use. So I'm going to cut that. Get that out of the way. This is pretty sweet. Let's see. What do we have? Okay, that's enough out of that part. Then we have this. I'm sniffing, I'm sorry guys. This is definitely from that era. Eyelets. All right, that's enough of that. Come on. All right, can't get too fancy with this because they were poor people in those days. They were struggling. So, meatloaf. Oh, maple nut loaf. What am I saying? Meatloaf. My goodness sakes. So if that goes there, and that goes there, and that goes there, that's what I'm going to do right there. So, this is going here. And I can always come back through and add more. And that could hang off the edge. I like that I'm using blue. I don't use blue. This was a really pretty blue doily, and I threw it in some really strong coffee. And made it look a little bit dingy, which is what I like. Okay, she's going to have to be away from the edge because I don't know how I'm going to bind it yet. So, gosh, isn't that a sweet little boy? I have pictures of my dad. Oh, he's passed away a long time ago. Many, many years ago. 1980, actually. I have pictures of him in like knee highs with little button shoes. And he died at 50, by the way, so he was not an old man. Button shoes, a little funny hat with like ear muffy things on them. Look just like this. So cute. I don't have hardly any pictures of him. You know, it's the one redeeming value to cell phones is the amount of pictures we have of our children and grandchildren and events. You know, I see people post pictures now and I post pictures now, but when one of my classmates posts something, it's kind of like, wow, because I don't have anything from the 60s, the 70s. We didn't have, you just didn't have cameras with you everywhere. Okay, that is the beginning of my front cover. I'm going to have to decorate it somehow, but not with fancy lace. It just wouldn't be right. I might do this. And then I'm going to go make myself some more coffee and think about this journal. Dig around in my book and my stash. I think I'll try to contact that antique store and see if she'll open for me. She's only open on the weekends. And then I have to drive about 30 miles, so she's very, very sweet. Very sweet. And my son's friend, we went thrifting one day and we went there and he saw something he wanted and he bought a bunch of things, but he's like, should I get it? Should I get it? And I'm like, no, don't. In my head, I'm going, no, don't, because I'll get that for you for Christmas. It's those iron things that attach to the wall and they're all scrolly iron. And I think they held a kerosene lamp. It was $35. I remember that. I think they had one for $40, but my son said, oh, they had one in the other room too. So I know there's at least 4 of them. And he doesn't watch my YouTube, so he's way too busy for that business. Okay, that's my cover. Cute. All right, guys. That was not what I planned to do today, but that's where we ended up. So have a great November 2nd. I'm going to upload this and go through my fun book, Christmas on the Farm, a collection of favorite recipes, stories, and gift ideas from the farmer's wife. All right. See you again soon. Bye-bye.